Totally. Can we gossip?
Yes.
Is that like an okay thing?
Yeah, why not?
That gossip, it's not really gossip because I don't believe in gossip. But it is kind of an interesting story, right? So we tell you a story about our neighbor?
Yes.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hopefully our neighbor will never see this. But anyway, so on another video, right? So on another video, we talked about one of our neighbors rescuing a cat from the middle of the... So how she explained it, right, was there was this cat that ran out in the road and this tuk-tuk was coming and she like ran and jumped and rolled and caught it and saved its life, and the cat's dying, and so she's got this thing she's got, it's barely breathing. She's got this thing in a little bag, right? And she comes over and we're leaving or we're coming?
No, we're coming in.
We're coming in at the same time.
Yeah.
And she's stressed, right? Breathing. And I'm like, what's up? Well, yeah, all right. And she's like, oh yeah, the cat, it's dying or whatever. I'm like, let me see the cat. So I look at the cat and I'm like, yeah, it looks all right. It should be fine, And she's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, if it makes it through the night, it'll be fine. Like, it'll be all right. She's like, if it makes it through the night, and is totally freaking out about it. And so we're walking up the stairs this whole time, and BB's just like super quiet. Just like... And,
there was a reason behind it.
Yeah, why is that?
I needed to come home.
Oh, she needed to pee-pee. So that's why she says she's quiet, right? So we have this whole thing, and like me, I thought it was like kind of funny, right? Like, not that the cat was not doing well, but like how this person was reacting to this situation. Yeah, right? So it was kind of interesting, whatever, right? And so anyway, so she goes and does her own thing, and then like me being, I'm like super socially aware, but I have these periods of time where I am not socially aware, like whatsoever. So like I go back downstairs like 2 days later, and she's there, my neighbor, right? Her and her husband are there, and I like go, are you feeling better? Like, not even worried about the cat, right? I'm just like, are you better? Like, you good now or what? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you didn't breathe for like, I don't know, the whole 10 minutes we were together the other night. Like, you good now? Like, everything all right? And she's like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, so what about that cat? Is it alive? Like, that's how I answer, that's how I ask the question. I'm like, is it alive? And she's like, oh yeah, we took it to the vet and we got it all its shots and stuff. And I was like, how much was that? Like, did you pay money for that? And she's like, no, it was free. And I'm like, all right, cool, all right. Like, so I just kind of harped on this thing about like her overreacting, right? Yeah. And then like they go their own way and I go mine. And then like a week later, again, I see her again and I'm like, wow, you were really stressed out that night. like just drilling her. And she knows that she was stressed out, right? Like super knows. And like I was doing all this stuff and like I just kept bringing it up, like, because I was just, it's like one of those things when like you have somebody that you see all the time and you don't really know what to talk about, but you have this like one subject that you have. And then me being like the talkative one, I'm like, I want to talk because I hate not talking, and I'm going to bring up this one fucking uncomfortable subject because it's the only fucking subject that we have, right? And so I constantly, I'm like, you breathe yet? You breathe yet? Oh, you were stressed out. I can't believe how stressed out you were, And she's like, I'm fine now, like that's, and then I didn't even know that you, yes. So Phoebe's going to say, what happened with you and her? I don't know it. I don't know it that great.
You about it.
I know, but I don't know it that good.
No, you can talk about it like.
Don't ruin the video.
Please.
You saw her. This is how it goes. You saw her in the hallway. Yeah. And then her husband. Yes. Started to was very friendly with. Too friendly with BB. Yeah. And then she got mad. Yeah. right, at him because he was like, so are you going upstairs?
Yes.
Like while they're walking upstairs, right?
That was the stupidest question ever. Like, I going upstairs while I was going upstairs.
And like, so like, I didn't know this, but like she,
Because you were waiting for me here.
yeah, so she doesn't like BB at all, right? So this whole story comes to kind of a head tonight when we get home.
Yes.
We get home, it's raining, and we're like trying to get out of the tuk-tuk, and it just sucks. And like we get out, and I look, and I see her and her friend, and they're going in the gate. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, like, I don't know what to say, it's just awkward. And then I just had found out about what BB and her went through, so I was like, fuck, this is gonna be awkward for her too. And then we like connect eyes, me and the neighbor, and I see it in her face. She's thinking the same thing as me, like, oh, fuck. And like, so she just like quickly goes, this is my friend, her name's fuck you. And then my fucking ears, like, you know me well enough from these videos, right? Like, my ears go, what the fuck was that? What name is that? And before I can like ask again, right, for her to like verify what I had just heard, the neighbor goes, and what was your name again? To BB.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even pay attention to that. I was like, my name's Justin. What is your name again? And then they like cut me off again. And the neighbor's like, no, what is her name? Like angry, right? And I'm like so oblivious to this whole thing, this like woman fight that's like about to happen because I'm so concerned and just like preoccupied with this name of this woman that I just heard, right? And then BB's like, my name is BB. And I was like, what was your name again? And she goes, and the neighbor goes, her name's fuck you. And I'm like, fuck you? Her name's fuck you? And she's like, no, suck you. I'm like, her name's suck you? So like, that's it. Like, so then they like laughed, right? And then ran up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then when they were, me being a total dickhead, I was like, they were like all the way kind of up the stairs and you can like hear us from down below. And I'm like, hey, it was nice to meet you. Fuck you. So bad, right? And then we come in here and we're like, I wonder why our neighbors fucking hate us.